coordination meeting. Nigerian Army strategizes on upscaling officers' capacity for national security, plus reaction trail creation of schools protection squad by Nigerian police. Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining us on Channel 12 News at 7. I am Yemi Dalimo. The Nigerian Army Resource Center is upscaling the capacity of officers on strategic leadership and national security. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa reports that the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, enjoined graduates to be proactive in tackling emerging threats.
We have succeeded in drinking from this fountain of knowledge.
Nigerian Army officers of the rank of Lieutenant Colonel and Colonel have concluded an 11-month course on strategic leadership management. The training is meant to equip them for effective command and control roles. The ultimate goal is to enable the officers to develop indigenous solutions to address emerging security challenges across the country.
The knowledge they have acquired on this course will go a long way to enhance their performance on the job, as they are expected to operate at the military strategic level of operation. And so they will bring the competencies of defense management, critical thinking, leadership, and operational arts to bear in the field. And we expect improved efficiencies of the units and formations that these officers will command in the field.
Each of the leadership levels comes with its challenge, but the center believes that effective communication will enhance proactive operations that will combat the nation's complex security challenges.
We are continuously training and retraining all levels of personnel, not only of the Nigerian Army and other security agencies, but Nigerians generally. And the center is contributing its own quota to human development, human capacity development. What we are trying to do is to bridge the gap between the combatant officers and the direct regular, so that they can assist in providing advice to aid decision making by the various commanders in the field.
These officers are expected to hit the ground running with operations that will sniff out criminals from their hideouts. From the Nigerian Army Resource Center in Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
The Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has inaugurated 32 patrol vans and 160 motorcycles to strengthen security across the 16 local government areas of the state. The governor, while handing over the vehicles to TIC chairman, urged them to make judicious use of the vehicles for a better result. Abdul Hafiz Alaya's report is here presented.
Third local government initiative. Each of the 16 local government areas is getting 2 patrol vehicles and 10 motorcycles to boost security at the grassroots. Kwara State government is conscious of the importance of security in fostering development, and Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak-led administration is committed to providing the needed logistics to make the state safe. He advocated for synergy among stakeholders at the grassroots to make the security initiatives work.
Chairman to work closely with all the stakeholders, the traditional rulers within the constituencies, and make sure they have serious engagement with the security agencies. The security agencies alone can't do it. They need our support in making sure our communities are safe.
The Speaker of the State House of Assembly and Algon chairman, in their separate remarks, lauded the governor's investments in all sectors of the economy while assuring judicious use of the vehicles.
This is first of its kind. Our vigilantes and the security network in respective local government will be greatly improved. With these vehicles we are seeing and the motorcycles, so it will go a long way. We know the role of a motorcycle and where the vehicles will enter.
3 vehicles were also presented to Kwara State Road Traffic Management Authority, Kwatma, to ease their operation.
The Schools Protection Squad, recently created by the Acting Inspector General of Police, if properly implemented, will ensure safe and at educational institutions and enhance schools enrollment. This was the submission of Nigerians who spoke to Abdul Hafiz Alaya on the Police Safe School initiative. This report is there presented again.
Nigeria has in recent years been faced with not spared as some got destroyed and students kidnapped by the insurgents. One of the steps taken by the Acting Inspector General of Police, Kayode Abeokuta, to avert the ugly trend is the creation of a special squad that will focus on intelligence gathering and collaboration to safeguard educational institutions against potential threats. This initiative, according to Dr. Temitope Ajibola, is a welcome development in view of the huge amount proprietors of private schools spend on security.
You know the spate of insecurity around, so this is a very laudable move, and we are glad this is coming up.
Financing the security personnel on monthly basis is very challenging, but with the help of the government or the federal government, I must confess that it will give us a good yield.
Nigerians believe peculiarities of each community should be considered in deploying the school protection squad for the program to be effective.
There's nowhere there is no police. So if they want to implement it, they can get to the roots.
Map out the strategies, you know, equip the policemen so that they can be able to figure out the challenges facing Nigeria.
A well-equipped and communal-centered special squad, in the opinion of these people, will not only ensure the safety of students and their tutors, but also the entire educational infrastructure. Nigeria has in recent years been faced.
We apologize for that technical pitch. The federal government is prioritizing climate change interventions to address the menace of desertification, coastal erosion and flooding by collaborating more with individuals and institutions to share the government's vision for a sustainable vision. The Vice President Kashim Shettima stated this while receiving the National Defense College NDC Course 31 participants. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
The Vice President, who acknowledged the devotion of the members of the Armed Forces of Nigeria and related institutions to the advancement of the nation's interest, noted that government shares concern for the security implications of underestimating the devastation by climate change. The Great Green Wall project, which has been prioritized by the government, stands as a testament to the unyielding resolve to shield the habitat and strengthen the nation's security as a comprehensive approach in tackling these challenges. The significance of the National Defense College Course 31 hold the promise of a more resilient and secure Nigeria, as the research findings resonate deeply with the government's ongoing commitment to address the environmental challenges. Commandant of the college, Rear Admiral Olumuyiwa Olotu, said the research report is among other objectives aimed at preparing solutions to climate change challenges with implications to national security. The report highlighted policy and institutional frameworks as well as possible funding sources for addressing climate change challenges in Nigeria. He recommended the adoption of strategies that will actualize the realization of Nigeria's target and objectives on the short, medium and long terms, proposing improved external collaborations and enhanced community participation in climate adaptation programs. From the State House, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
In view of the prediction of devastating floods in 2023, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has convened a National Emergency Coordination Forum to come up with strategies that will minimize the effects on communities. NEMA Director General Mustafa Abib Ahmed said the collaboration has become necessary to accommodate inputs and suggestions on the way forward. Eliasu Yakubu reports.
Since the 2023 Climate Prediction and Annual Flood Outlook by NIMET and NISA, which portray likely devastating effects of flooding, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has been engaging relevant stakeholders to brainstorm on ways to minimize the effects of the likely devastation. This National Emergency Coordination Forum is one out of the series of engagements to achieve this. The DG NEMA said the coordination meeting is a vital component of disaster management which needs to be given adequate attention in line with NEMA's mandate of coordinating emergency preparedness, mitigation, and response activities across the country.
This is to foster partnership, collaboration, and cooperation among relevant stakeholders in emergency management in the country.
In the light of this, therefore, I call on all states and general public to take necessary measures to prevent the ugly flood menace of the past years and heed to the measures and advices given by the relevant agencies involved.
A disaster risk reduction strategy has been adopted by NEMA to manage the 2023 flood devastation, which is putting in place early action and mitigation strategies before disasters occur. In Abuja, Ilyasu Yakubu, NTA.
You are still on to Channel 12 News at 7. The news will continue shortly after these timeouts. Please stay.
Delicious chicken taste. Sedap Supreme Tasty Chicken Noodles, capturing the supreme tasty chicken goodness. Come and taste the difference of Nigeria's real chicken essence noodle. Be Supreme Nigeria. Seasoning, processed and packaged under hygienic conditions with long-term preservation to retain its rich native aroma in your vegetable soup, egusi, miyan taushe, miyan kuka, and other native meals. Go get your Daily Dawa at the nearest market today. Daily Dawa. Daily Dawa, made from fermented locust beans. Daily Dawa, native taste maker.
You're welcome back. Activities marking the one-year coronation anniversary of the Olowu of Owu Kingdom in Abeokuta, Oba Professor Saka Adelola Matemilola, climaxed with renewed vigor to contribute to the development of the ancient Owu Kingdom. Lekon Agbonde is here with a wrap of the 3-day celebration.
It was 3 days packed with colorful activities to celebrate the 365 days of the impactful reign of Oba Saka Adelola Matemilola on the throne of Olowu of Owu Kingdom. The first day was a day to reflect on the positive transformation in the kingdom as the monarch opened the 3-day proceeding with a meeting with men of the media where he narrated the success stories of enviable achievements in the kingdom in 1 year.
We have upgraded the Igosu Primary Healthcare Center with basic facilities provided also to enable it to function properly. This includes mattresses, pillows. We repaired and painted the beds, which were in very bad shape when we came in last year, November. Provided baby care items for visiting outpatients.
With pomps and full display of Yoruba culture and tradition, the second day was a time to recognize the achievements of 10 deserving sons and daughters of the kingdom who have contributed to the progress of the kingdom with conferment of chieftaincy titles. A legal icon and former Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of Ogun State, Dr. Olumide Ayeni, and an octogenarian Owusan, Pa Adeoye Alabi Adelawa, led a pack of categories of the old, youth, and women so honored. The Olowu Palace in Okeagowu became a maker of sorts as it played host to eminent Nigerians who converged on the venue to witness the installation of the former general manager of NTA Abeokuta, Funmi Wakama, and her husband, Ene Wakama, as Fiwagboye and Yeye Fiwagboye of Owu Kingdom, along with 3 other couples honored with Owu chieftaincy titles. Funmi Wakama and her husband back the titles in recognition of impeccable character in the society.
Fumi Wakama is a workaholic. So a lot of good things that she did for her state, for her town, because she's our daughter. A lot of good things that she did. We didn't do fit to honor her with that title.
To the newly installed chiefs, the gesture is a challenge to do more and contribute more, not only to Owu Kingdom, but the society as a whole.
I've been doing my bit for the less privileged, though I don't make noise about it. We've trained so many people through assistance here and there. We've employed and given meaningful jobs to people.
When there is loyalty to the kingdom through Olowu and to one another, definitely there will be advancement in the kingdom of Owu.
By the grace of God, we continue praying for all the Owurians, both at home and in diaspora. But let them come home and let us develop Owu Kingdom.
An interfaith Thanksgiving service was held where prayers were offered for continued guidance, protection and prosperity of Owu Kingdom under the leadership of Oba Professor Saka Adelola Matemilola. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agbonde, NTA News.
We say long live to Professor Adelola Matemilola, the Olowu of Owu Kingdom. And that's the news for tonight. We thank you for watching. Good night.